No one expected the San Antonio Spurs to be this good. And whilst everyone is talking about Wemby, Fox, Harper, and Castle, myself included, there is one player on this team who is quietly having a career-best season. One player who has quietly emerged as one of the best sixth men in the entire league.
Johnson with a crossover, goes on the attack. Keldon, crossover, KJ, honky-tonks it down.
When I say Keldon Johnson is having a career-best season, 3 years ago, Keldon Johnson averaged 22 points a game. 3 years ago, the Spurs also had the worst record in the conference and then drafted Victor Wembanyama. Keldon Johnson might not be averaging a career high in points, but he is shooting a career high from the field, from the three-point line, averaging a career high in rebounds and having more impact than he ever has before. And it's because he's simplified his game in the best way possible. He does two things, and he does two things exceptionally well: attack the rim and crash the offensive glass.
Johnson challenging Kada, and he cleans it up, and he's fouled.
And it sounds simple, right? You've probably always thought of Keldon Johnson as someone who does both of those things, given his size, his energy, his playstyle. And whilst he has been good at attacking the rim, he's been a solid rebounder, he's taken both of those things to an entirely different level, with over 42% of his total shots at the rim this season. And importantly, he's shooting over 70% on those shots, and it just makes sense. His combination of size, strength, speed, and then the craft around the rim, it is a real unique combination of traits that I don't think has fully been maximized until this season. Just look at him here, get the pass from Fox, and with a 7-foot DPOY in front of him, Keldon just doesn't care as he drives, spins, and then floats it in over the top of him. And you saw it a bit on that play, but what separates Keldon from a lot of other bruisers and slashes in the league is, in addition to that physicality, he's got the skill and he's also got the footwork as well. Watch him here drive against Wiggins. He looks trapped, but watch the pivot and then the clean spin move getting around Wiggins and having the touch to finish. Or in this play where he has the matchup against Keyshawn George, who is actually taller than Keldon, but Keldon knows he can bully him, and he does just that, getting all the way to the rim before spinning off him and hooking it in. And what you see in these clips is, in addition to the footwork, the strength, it is the touch. This is the most crucial part if you want to consistently finish around the rim or in that floater and hook shot range. Unless you are literally Giannis, who can just dunk from anywhere, everyone else in the league who thrives around the rim, no matter their size or their skill set, they have one thing in common: they have fantastic touch around the rim. And Keldon is one of those guys that when he gets to that hook shot or even on those floaters, doesn't miss very often. And when I say he has simplified his game, he does not take any mid-range shots. None. And when people talk about analytics and killing the mid-range, no, Keldon is the perfect example of analytics helping someone's game. The efficiency increase he has had is because he has got rid of the shots that are not efficient for him, and he is just focused on more of the shots that are efficient. Even his three-point shooting has reduced. His percentage has gone up, but he's not settling for threes either. If it is there, he will take it, and that is obviously important because when he's playing off the ball, if he's not in the dunker spot, he's at the three-point line, and he can't create those advantages if they don't at least respect him as a shooter, and teams will try in the playoffs to help off him. We know it's gonna happen. So it's up to Keldon to make those shots when it matters most, but at the same time, I like the idea that he's not settling for threes if he thinks he can get a better shot at the rim, which is one of the most efficient shots in basketball for Keldon Johnson. And in addition to the improved efficiency, Keldon has turned into a rebounding machine, particularly on the offensive glass, because in just 23 minutes a night, he's averaging a career high in rebounds. And there are only 2 players in the NBA, 6'6" and under, who average over 2 offensive boards per game. Zion Williamson and Keldon Johnson. And honestly, I can see some similarities between the two. I know Zion is way more talented. Sorry, Spurs fans. It's just a reality. But their size, their strength, their ability to finish around the rim, grab offensive rebounds, and the fact Keldon does this whilst being so efficient, he's not grabbing too many of his own misses. He's just hustling for that offensive board every single opportunity he gets, including plays like this.
There's a call. Oh, an emphatic foul.
Sohan. That time, Keldon right there for two.
Or here, where Harper gets the ball at the three-point line. And it's a small detail, but look at Keldon use that strength to clear out his defender. And once the ball finds Wemby, he then tips it to Keldon, who has cleared that space before then having the ability to go up and finish through the 7-footer. Or again, where Vassell takes the three this time, and just watch the aggression from Keldon to rush in from the three-point line. And once again, it's Wemby causing havoc with his length, but after getting past the initial defender, Keldon is there to get the putback. And he spoke about this level of energy that he brings this team. That's my job. I take pride in doing what my team needs me to do. Being the energy guy, being the leader, whatever role I need to be in for my team to be successful. And he is backing up what he is saying. Because when you look at all of these offensive rebounding clips that I am showing you, sure, he has the strength and he's athletic, but so many of these clips are just Keldon Johnson working harder than his direct opponent. Keldon Johnson wanting the ball more than his direct opponent. It really is that simple a lot of the times. Yes, it takes skill, it takes technique and strength, but Keldon Johnson wants that ball more than most players on any teams in the league. And this is how he separated himself. Because entering the year, I wasn't sure. And I don't think many people were sure how he really fit into this Spurs team. Well, he has carved out his role in the most perfect way possible. Efficient scoring at the rim, smart off-ball movement, and elite offensive rebounding. Something that always impacts winning. And Keldon Johnson is doing that in a big way in less minutes than usual, and Harrison Barnes even said the same thing. He's the constant energy of the team. You see it on the box score, but even when you don't, he's always been the pulse of the team. There are so many stars on this Spurs team and future stars, but Keldon Johnson is quietly emerging as one of the best bench players in the entire league. And that's a big reason for the Spurs' success. And if you want to hear me talk about Dylan Harper or Victor Wembanyama, click on either of these videos. Hope you have a great day.